Good day everyone. Today we will discuss multiplication of radical expressions. First, in multiplying radicals of the same order or the same index, you need to take note of the following. The nth root of xy is equal to the nth root of x times the nth root of y. Likewise, the nth root of x times the nth root of y is also the same with the nth root of xy. Okay, so let us now find the product of the following. Number 1, 2 square root of 2 times 3 square root of 8. So here we need to multiply both the coefficients. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. And of course, multiply both radicands. 2 times 8 is 16. Now we need to extract the square root. 6 times the square root of 16 is 4. And the answer for number 1 is 24. Number 2, square root of 18x y cubed times square root of 48x squared. You need to simplify the radicand before multiplying. So 18x y cubed is equivalent also to the square root of 9 y squared times 2xy. Next, for square root of 48x squared, it is also the same with 16x squared times 3. Let us simplify. The square root of 9y squared is 3y and 2xy will remain inside. For the square root of 16x squared times 3, the square root of this one is 4x and 3 will remain inside. Now let us now simplify. So we have here the square root of 18xy cubed is the same with 3y square root of 2xy times square root of 48x squared is 4x square root of 3. Multiply both coefficients and radicands. 3y times 4x, that is 12xy, square root of 2xy times 3 is equal to 6xy. This is now our answer for number 2. Next, number 3. 2 cube root of 4 times 5 cube root of 6. Multiply your radicand and coefficients. 2 times 5 is 10. Then cube root of 4 times 6 is 24. Then cube root of 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. So we have here the cube root of 8 is perfect. We have 2. So 10 times 2, cube root of 3. 10 times 2 is 20. Copy cube root of 3. This is now our answer for number 3. Now let us proceed to the next part, which is multiplying radicals having different indices but the same radicand. For our first example, square root of 2 times cube root of 2. First, we need to change to exponential form. Square root of 2 is the same with 2 raised to 1 over 2 times 2 raised to 1/3. Change to exponential form. Next, apply the laws of exponent. So same base, copy, and then add. We have 1/2 plus 1/3 is next. After applying the laws of exponent, for the third step, we need to change fractional exponents to similar fractions. We need to get the LCD of 1/2 and 1/3, and that is, the LCD of 2 and 3 is 6. So copy your base. Since 6 is our LCD here, to get the numerator, we have 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 1 is 3. 6 divided by 2 is 2 times 1 is 2. Next, add similar fractions. 2 raised to 3 plus 2 is 5 over 6. Next, change to radical form. 2 raised to 5 over 6 is the same with the 6th root of 2 raised to 5. Now let us simplify. 6th root of 2 raised to 5, that is 32. This is now our final answer. So that is how to multiply the radicals having different indices but the same radicand. Next, how about the second one? Square root of 72 times cube root of 72. First, radical rule again. So we have 72 raised to 1/2 times 72 raised to 1/3. Get the LCD. The LCD is 6. We have here 6 divided by 2 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 72, and then exponential rule. 3 plus 2 is 5 over 6. And it is the same with the 6th root of 72 raised to 5. So you can answer this one or it will just remain. Next is multiplying radicals having different indices and radicands. We have here number 1, square root of 2 times the cube root of 4. We need to change again to exponential form. So we have here 2 raised to 1/2 times 4 raised to 1/3. Next, express the fractional exponent to similar fraction. 2, the LCD is 6, so we have 6 divided by 2 is 3, times 4, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Then, power of a product. 2 cubed times 4 squared raised to 1 over 6. After that, we have to write it into a single radicand. So that is the 6th root of 2 cubed times 4 squared. 6th root of 2 cubed times 4 squared can also be isn't it? 2 squared raised to 2 is the same with 4 squared. So we have here 6th root of 2 cubed plus 4. Because you have the same radicand here. Then 6th root of 2, 3 plus 4 is 7. 6th root of 128. 2 raised to 7 is 128. And we can factor out 128 wherein one of them is a perfect square number. And that will be 6th root of 64 times 2. 64 times 2 is 128. So the answer is, the square root of 64 is 2. The 6th root of 64 is 2. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 64. So our answer for number 1 is 2, 6th root of 2. Next, number 5. Square root of 5 times the cube root of 6. So we have here 5 raised to 1/2 times 6 raised to 1/3. 5 raised to 3/6 times 6 raised to 2/3. 2/6. Next, simplify. We have 30 raised to 5/6. 6th root of 30 raised to 5. So this can now be our final answer. Next, let us simplify and find the product of the following. Number 1. Square root of 5 times square root of 15. So we can get the product. 5 times 15 is 75. And then, look at the factors of 75 wherein one of them is a perfect square and those are 25 and 3. 25 times 3 is 75. And we know that square root of 25 is perfect square. The final answer is 5 square root of 3. Next number. Number 2. We have 2 cube root of 4 times 5 cube root of 12. So we have here 2 times 5 is 10. Copy the cube root symbol. 4 times 12 is 48. We know that the factors of 48, one of them is perfect cube, and that is 8. Then, cube root of 8 times 6 is 48. And 8 is a perfect cube number. 10. Cube root of 8 is 2. 6. So, simplify. 10 times 2 is 20. Cube root of 6. Next, number 3. 3 square root of 2 times 2 square root of 2 plus 3. So we need to distribute. 3 square root of 2 times 2 square root of 2, this is 6 square root of 4, plus 3 square root of 2 times 3, that is 9 square root of 2. Okay, 6 square root of 4 is 2, plus 9 square root of 2. 6 times 12 is 12. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 9 square root of 2. 12 plus 9 square root of 2 is our final answer. Next, number 4. Square root of 2 minus 3 times square root of 6 plus 4. So we need to use the FOIL method. 2 times square root of 6, that is square root of 12. Next, square root of 2 times 4, that is plus 4 square root of 2. Negative 3 times square root of 6 is negative 3 square root of 6. Negative 3 times 4, that is negative 12. So let's simplify. We know that the factors of 12 are 4 and 3, and one of them is a perfect square number. 4 and 3, that is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus copy 4 square root of 2 minus 3 square root of 6 minus 12. So extract square root of 4 is 2, square root of 3 plus 4 square root of 2 minus 3 square root of 6 minus 12. And since they have different radicands and same indices but different radicands, we cannot add and subtract. So this is now our final answer. For number 5, same procedure. 3 raised to 1/2 times 2 raised to 1/3. And then copy the radicand, LCD. Then 6th root of 3 cubed times 2 squared. 6th root of 3 cubed is 27 times 2 squared is 4. 27 times 4 is 108. This is now our final answer for number 5. For number 6, we have the quantity of the square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 3 squared. This is also the same with the quantity of square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 3 times the quantity of square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 3. So you can use the FOIL method for you to get the answer. I just use the shortcut, square the first term, then add 2, multiply, and then square the third. So we have cancelled 2. 2 times 2 is 4, square root of 6. We have here 2 squared is 4. Then square root of 3 times square root of 3 is square root of 9. And square root of 9 is 3. So 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 4 is 14. Then copy 4 square root of 6.